that the best part of any party or event is the food, and sometimes having the responsibility of bringing a dish can be stressful. Now, I've been to several family get-togethers or parties over the year, and I've found that any type of salsa or dip is the most easy to make and the most inexpensive to bring. Now, pico de gallo is a Mexican cuisine which consists usually of tomatoes, lime, onions, cilantro, and typically a jalapeno. Now today I will show you which ingredients you will need, how to prepare and make them, and finally how to eat it. Now the first thing we want to do is wash our hands, which I have done previously, and then we want to wash our cilantro and tomatoes, which I have also already done. Now let's talk about what you will need. You will need a cutting board, a knife, a bowl, a big spoon, 4 tomatoes, 2 limes, 1 yellow onion, and a bundle of cilantro. Now, I have already put together some of the ingredients, but first we're going to start with our onion. First we want to peel back the skin, and I prefer a yellow sweet onion because it tastes less bitter than a red onion. And we're going to begin just dicing the onion, so you want to do thin vertical strides of the onion all the way down until you finish. And then we're going to simply turn them around and begin cutting them or dicing into thin little cubes, because most people don't like big chunks of onion in any of their food. I typically just use half of an onion, which I've already put some in. And then we will move on to the tomatoes. I've already cut 3 of the tomatoes and put them in. What I like to do is cut off the ends and throw them in my discard bowl. And then I cut down the middle and do the same as I did as the onion and just cut down vertically and dice them. You can use anywhere from 3 to 5 tomatoes, but I found that 4 typically tastes the best. And after you dice your tomatoes, just throw them in the bowl and we'll move on to our cilantro. Now, there's not really a technique to cutting cilantro. You just want to finely chop it until you're satisfied. And I typically use 3/4 of a bundle, which I've already put most of it in. And you'll just throw it in. And then my favorite part are the limes. You'll need 2 of them, and I've already cut up and put in 1, and I'll use my lime squeezer. And you just want to squeeze as much of the juice that you can into the bowl. And now, not everybody owns a lime squeezer, so if you don't, you just take your hand and you squeeze it over, making sure to catch any seeds that may fall. And hopefully you don't have any cuts in your hands because it will sting. And then you're going to need 2 5.5 fluid ounces of clamato juice. I've already poured 1 in. And clamato juice is a tomatoey lime substance which just enhances the flavor of the pico de gallo as a whole. And then once you have all your ingredients, you just want to thoroughly mix it. And then we have prepared our dish. Now let's talk about how to eat it and enjoy it. Now, pico de gallo is very similar to a salsa, and chips are a great way to eat it. You just scoop and dip. Now, if you don't want it as a snack and you want it more as a side dish to your dinner, I recommend any form of chicken. My favorite is grilled chicken because the smoky flavor of the chicken really brings out the lime in the pico de gallo, and they taste really well together. Another great entree to use are tacos, specifically fish and chicken, because again, the lime enhances the flavor of the dish. Now that I've told you what ingredients you will need, how to mix and prepare them, and how to enjoy this dish, I hope that one day you will make this pico de gallo for your next event that you go to. Thank you.